This man became the sole survivor on Earth. He'd been alone and lonely for a very long time now. Walking past a store and seeing the mannequins in the window display, he couldn't help but feel drawn to them. Searching for even just one living person, this man named Phil had scoured every corner of America. But all he could see was deathly silence everywhere. He found the most impressive mansion in downtown, and without a second thought, picked the lock and moved right in. He ran to the museum and hauled back countless art treasures, even displaying a dinosaur skeleton in the dining room as decoration. During those mind-numbingly boring days, he went bowling on the empty streets. And when that wasn't thrilling enough, he turned expensive crystal chandeliers into bowling pins. After getting tired of the chandeliers, he switched the bowling pins for fish tanks. These pranks of his went on endlessly, loading up a luxury sports car with explosives, tying a burning stick to another car, pushing it down the hillside, watching it crash into the explosive-laden luxury vehicle. The deafening explosion echoed through the sky. Phil danced around, celebrating on the spot. But this happiness was fleeting. The emptiness deep inside grew stronger, the endless loneliness nearly driving him insane. He decided to drive into a roadside boulder to end it all. Just as he was about to crash, suddenly something caught his attention. He quickly slammed on the brakes and stopped, climbing to a nearby vantage point to look. The sight before him filled him with joy. Wisps of smoke were rising in the distance. This smoke meant there were still people alive. He immediately drove toward the source of the smoke, and sure enough, found signs of human activity. Seeing clothes hanging out to dry got him so excited. Finally catching the scent of a living person, he was so overwhelmed that he passed out on the spot. As he slowly regained consciousness and opened his eyes, what came into view was the silhouette of a woman. Those eyes were so beautiful they were mesmerizing. She was exactly what he'd been dreaming of. Unable to control himself, he leaned in for a kiss, when suddenly he realized something wasn't right. Turns out an old lady was giving him mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. Seeing Phil holding her clothes in his hands, the old lady thought she'd encountered a pervert, and immediately pulled out a gun and pointed it at him. Fortunately, things took a turn for the better. Phil explained himself clearly and earned her trust. After establishing mutual trust, they talked about their respective survival stories. While this lady wasn't his ideal type, at least she was the last woman on Earth. Compared to those cold mannequin dolls, a real living person was definitely much better. After sharing a warm dinner together, they decided to do their part for humanity's continuation. Phil took Carol to a jewelry store, smashed the glass display case directly, picked out a complete set of sparkling diamond rings, and carefully placed them on her finger. After the wedding ceremony, the two began their plan to reproduce. Since forming a family with Phil, Carol gradually adapted to his crazy lifestyle, playing around wildly with him every day. But on this particular day, they crashed into another car on the highway. A blonde beauty stepped out of the vehicle. From that moment on, Phil's eyes could never leave this woman again.